Welcome,
Welcome
Housewives of True Crime.
up in here.
It is almost Memorial Day, 1 week away from Memorial Day, actually.
Oh shoot.
You have any good plans this
Yeah,
weekend?
I'm a float down a river.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How's your week been?
Eventful. I would say it's been eventful. It was my birthday. Thank you to everyone who wished me happy birthday. That
Yeah.
that was very nice. Went camping. Had planned a trip to go camping over my birthday and it got cut short because my husband had to go on a business trip, which is like it's fine. That's our life. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But I might have had a couple cocktails and told the person camping at the site next door that it was my birthday, and I'm pretty sure my husband didn't even remember. And I was right because that person told my husband.
And that person doesn't know you well enough yet.
To be all up in our business.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we talked about the fact that he did not remember my birthday again.
But he remembered today.
But he remembered today, so he did more. Okay, so then you guys, so I mean, that was kind of a drag, right? And then somebody sideswiped our trailer on the way home.
Oh my God, that cute little trailer
Oh
of
my
Gretchen's.
God. That it's
She was
like, I
having a
mean,
real bad day.
oh my God.
I'm
It's like
sorry.
we built it ourselves. It's like there's nothing, you can't take it somewhere to get it fixed. Like
I
we
know.
we have to rebuild it. So it's sucked.
Oh,
So anyways, but to put a little smile on my face, my husband clearly called Tabitha and asked her what to get me, and it got delivered today, which is actually the day after my birthday. Tabitha is like, I don't know what you're talking about. He didn't call
she
me.
she
I was
texted me
like,
and she was
I'm
like,
like, don't be
"Did you
dumb.
know? You need to tell me." I was like, "I'm not telling you shit.
I beat it
I
out of
don't
her.
know anything."
Anyways, I think we are good. Fingers
Good.
crossed. Next year, I get some flowers and a dinner or something.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
All
And how's
righty.
life in your neck of the woods?
Texas is Texas. It's going.
It's not
My
for
kids are out of
frozen
school.
over. No school.
Well,
School's
they're not out of
over.
school yet, but they're getting out of school this week. So it's good. Oh, I went to San Antonio.
Oh my God.
I checked
San
out the
Antonio.
Riverwalk,
And
the
did you have the
infamous.
pace picante? No.
No, I did not have the Facebook Conte. That's funny. My husband said the same thing. Um, I did not, but I did see on the Daily Mail that the same day that I was at the Riverwalk, some other patron that was walking out down there dropped his wallet into the river. You know, the river
Ooh.
there, it's it's kind of funk.
Oh, it's
Not
funky. Okay.
yeah. I don't think it's very clean river. And so his friend dips him head first, diving after the wallet.
Oh, shoot.
So, I did not personally see this, but I really wish I did. But it's busy. It's like a tourist type of destination, that Riverwalk. But I thought it was pretty. I liked it. I thought it was happening and
Yeah, it was a girls' trip. Did you girls get wild?
well, yeah. The second night, I think I
You
beat it
did.
into them, you guys.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
I was a little mean the first night. I have to apologize if any of the girls are listening. I will play all of your games next time. No, I just
You didn't want to play the
I
games?
don't know. I wanted to go to the piano bar. Sorry. I
Oh,
told you.
yeah.
Told you last time. Was it on Patreon last week? I was like, I'm going to go through Texas and look for all the piano bars. And so we went to the piano bar the next night and these girls rallied. They were very fun. So yeah, my Texas friends are got an A plus.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah. So yeah. And I think the San Antonio is fun.
Well, it's fun to say at least. They got the
You know,
Alamo.
you know how I say it? San Antonio.
Oh.
And I didn't make it to the Alamo because it's been raining every single second here. You guys,
Yeah,
people are like, "Oh, it doesn't rain that much. It's so awkward that it's doing it this year." I'm like, "Just like it doesn't snow either."
or freeze. Yeah, I don't
Anyways,
know.
what's your drink of choice these days? Are you still drinking the tequila?
Well, yesterday I by myself. I drank, wine by myself all day long,
What
and
kind?
then I was drinking cupcake wine. It's, like, cheap,
Is
whatever.
it Sauvignon Blanc
No, I was
or
drinking
Pinot
Chardonnay.
Grigio?
I was
Oh,
drinking Chardonnay.
okay.
Took myself to the store, picked myself up a birthday cake and a bottle of Chardonnay. Oh, I got a lottery ticket. Guess what? Got my damn money back.
No way, you won? Dude,
Yeah,
did you hear about that person that bought the lottery ticket, the winning ticket? I think it was like $100,000,000 and
and
they
they
washed
washed it or
it.
some shit.
Oh god,
God,
what
that would just fucking kill me.
no, you would literally die. You would I don't even know how
That would
you
never
would
happen to
ever
me because I guard my lottery tickets like they're my children.
it would happen to me.
Yeah, it would happen to you. It would not happen to me because
It would
I take care of my shit.
no, I would 100% it would happen to me or I'd throw it away because I'm like, "This is old. Toss it out, not even ever look." But they have them on video purchasing the ticket, so they know that person that is the winning ticket and it's
Oh,
that
well,
person. So I'm
good for
hoping
them.
that
Yeah,
they at least
they get it
get the
together.
money. Yeah.
Well, let me finish telling you this though. So I ran out of wine.
Okay.
And then I got a knock at the door. My sister owns a winery, right?
Yes, did you get wine?
Oh my God, she did. Yeah. So she sent me a bunch of wine, and my kid, Ruby, was like, I swear to God, this is what says. She goes, "Oh my God, mom, how did she know you ran out?"
And you weren't like, "Oh, she's sending me a little birthday gift, honey."
Oh my
That's
God.
so funny.
I
It's like, she's
maybe
psychic.
it is time to get these children back to school because I've heard a lot of things come out of their mouth lately that I'm like, you are spending way too much time with mommy.
Yeah. I
Last
can
night we watched Eurovision comedy.
okay.
It's like dancing. I think I was stoked. The kids, it's like funny Will Ferrell movie that they would watch it with me for my birthday. And there was a scene, and my daughter Willow just goes, "Oh shit."
Oh, no.
I'm like, you cannot say that.
Oh my
But I
god.
had been drinking the wine, so I might have laughed a
Oh
lot when
gosh.
she did. Okay, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay,
Let's
well,
crime.
what? What's the crime?
What's the crime?
Well, let me tell you. This week, I'm going to tell you about a tragic story about a beautiful mother whose life was cut short. Her birth name was Kathleen Dawn Martin, but she went by the name Kat, which I think is quite fitting if you ask me. She seemed like a ball of fun, outgoing, lots of energy, liked attention. I feel like people that shorten their name to like Cat are a little frisky. You know any
Like,
cats?
I know a tabby cat. I do
Same.
know a cat actually, and she's a real fun girl.
I think you have to be fun if your name is Cat. I'm just
Mhm.
saying.
Actually, I know two cats, both fun.
Okay. See, I
Mhm.
just knew it. So, Kat was born in Tampa, Florida on February 15th, 1975. And unfortunately, there's not a lot about her before her death or before she was like an adult. But I can tell you that she went to Bloomingdale High School and she was the class of 1993. Go Bulls. Okay.
Okay.
Town is called Brandon, Florida. It's like an unincorporated town right in Tampa. And here's an interesting fact about this little town high school. It was recently in the news because one of the teachers has just been sentenced to 15 years in prison for spying and taping the students changing, like taping them.
Gross.
Gross. Fucking perv. Okay. Another
Gross.
fun fact about this little high school is Kelly Ripa's husband, Mark Consuelos, went there and he was the first
Ugh.
graduating class in 1989.
I love him so
And
much. He's so hot.
he is so hot. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he's good.
anyways, Kat went to school
I've loved him
with
since he was
him.
Mateo on, I mean, All My Children, by the way.
Oh, I did not know that.
Mhm.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
They both are really cute people.
They're beautiful together. It's stupid.
Yeah, it
Mwah.
is really. Okay, so back to Kat. After
Okay,
high
she went to high school with him.
Yeah, he must have been like a senior when she was a freshman, I'm thinking,
Okay.
right? He graduated 89, she graduated 93.
Mhm.
Think so. He probably thought she was a disco biscuit, by the way.
Oh,
Sure of
yeah.
it. She thought the blonde hair like Kelly. So, anyways, back to Kat. After high school, I don't know if she went to college, but by 2004, she would end up meeting her soon to be husband at a party. I think a Super Bowl party, actually. And his name was Jeff West, or it is Jeff West. Jeff was super different than Kat. Like, he liked to have a good time, but he was more on the quiet, reserved type. He was a military recruiter at the time, and he had served for years in the military. So I think you can kind of imagine that type of guy.
I get I just filled out this questionnaire where they ask if military recruiters can contact your children.
Oh,
Am I an asshole if I say no?
no, you're not.
I love the military.
Yeah, but you can have them like you can talk to your kids about it yourself. You don't need a recruiter calling. By the way, I did get a recruiter calling me when I was in high school and I almost signed up because I was like, I get free college. That sounds like a good deal. My mom was like, I don't think you should do that.
Oh, my husband told me his grandpa just took him down one day
Oh,
and
really?
he nearly signed up. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he came home and got his mind
Didn't
changed.
I they were pretty convincing. I'm like,
Oh, I bet
college?
they're good.
Yes. Don't have to pay
Yeah,
back. I don't think you have to pay back anymore anyway. So
true.
I think that Kat kind of like the guy in the uniform type of thing. So, I mean, who doesn't? After years of service to our country, Jeff was honorably discharged and he became a campus police officer at the local college. Lots of reports online comment on how these two looked real different and they didn't align with each other. Kat is super blonde, voluptuous. She fancies herself as a Marilyn Monroe lookalike, and she's
Mm.
got that vibe. Maybe a little more erotic Marilyn, but I think that's kind of what she was going for. And Jeff, he's kind of shorter, stockier, bald guy with this goofy look to him. I don't think it's super weird to have people in different calibers that connect.
Well,
I don't
no.
know.
I'm always jealous of those girls that can wear red lipstick like
Oh,
Marilyn.
Cat could
I
for sure
can't
rock
I
the red
can't
lipstick.
rock any kind of dark lipstick.
Me neither. You know who
I
still
wish I
can and
could.
she's older is Gwen Stefani. She is like perfection with
Oh,
lipstick.
she is.
And to me, I put it on, I look like 50 years older.
Yeah.
Does not
Yeah.
work for me.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Yeah. So these two fell hard for each other really quickly. They met in February 2004 and they were tying the knot in Vegas just 4 months later. And I saw their wedding photos. She looks absolutely stunning and he's in his uniform and they look real good together.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think,
that's cute. I love a uniform wedding.
dude, I do too. And I mean, I'm probably biased because I do like a man in the uniform and I think their hotness meter goes up, once they put it on.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Are you thinking that I might not should not say that? My husband doesn't wear a uniform and I still think he's super hot, but I'm just saying, like,
Clearly.
when we walked out of Dallas and we saw that hot police officer, it was
Oh my
like
god.
his hotness meter went up. Like he probably wasn't even
Oh,
that hot, but he was
100% it did.
stand, standing there in his uniform. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're cute.
Yeah.
Okay. So by 2005, these two had a little girl named Lola. and Lola was an only child, and I can only imagine that she was the love of their lives. Um, but having a baby didn't stop them from having fun. They would often send Lola to their grandparent or her grandparents' house, and they would have date nights or even weekends together, which I think is super smart. Just
I don't
saying.
know what that's like, but I'm sure it's fun.
I know what it's like. My kids are going to their grandparents on Saturday, so I can go to guess where I'm going.
Where are you going?
I think it's called Billy Bob's. Is it called Billy Bob's?
Sounds like a place I would enjoy.
Dude, it's the honky tonk. And 100% it's in Fort Worth, okay? Um, I could be wrong on the name, but I think it's something like that. And I think that you would fully enjoy it.
Okay, well,
So
scope it out because I'm coming back.
I know, I know. I'm going to get a babysitter for when you're coming. So anyhow, on the night of January 3rd,
I'm gonna start
2000.
stretching right now.
Okay. On the night of January 13th, 2008, Kat and Jeff went on one of their date nights. After dinner, they stopped by a liquor store and bought some booze. She bought some absinthe and he bought some bourbon. Okay. You know,
Sophisticated.
but absinthe, have you heard of absinthe before? Do you know?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was like illegal for a while here.
Yeah.
It's 124 proof. I think this shit is strong.
I think it's real stupid and people just drink it to be like a hipster.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, I mean,
Because
I'm
it's
pretty
supposed to make
sure
you
that
hallucinate.
yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're drinking absinthe, you're drinking it out of like some cool glass that you bought at Urban Outfitters.
Oh, but I
I'm
don't
just
think that's
saying.
like how Kat was. I don't know, but
I
I
don't
think
know.
she was
I think
actually
it's
maybe
like
drinking
because
it straight.
I think it makes your mouth taste like fire.
124 proof, I'm pretty sure it does. Okay, so anyhow, these two took the bottles home, and Kat got all cutesy in lingerie as she had an OnlyFans site
Oh, shoot.
where she would take naughty pictures for some cashola. Funny thing is we just talked about this OnlyFans on wasn't it on a Patreon where we were talking about the bad Barbie chick? Or was
Yeah.
that on regular?
Yeah. She made 6 million bucks on her first 6 hours on OnlyFans. You
Catch
guys know what we're
I thought
talking
it
about, the
was what
Catch Me Outside
I thought
girl.
it was 1,000,000. It was 6?
No, I think it was no, she
W
made $3 million in the first 6 hours.
Oh my god. The Catch Me Outside girl, I just looked her up. Seriously, I can't. I can't. But anyways, OnlyFans, you can make some money.
Yeah.
Kat was making some money on the side. She was called on OnlyFans Kitty Cat West, which I was pretty
That's a good name.
well, yes, but it's her real name. Her
Oh,
name is Cat West when she
yeah.
got married to Jeff West.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's true.
why? I don't know. I mean, it is a great name, but maybe be like Kitty Cat
South?
something else, like anything else. Not your last name. Just
Yeah.
saying. I don't know if it's like the best idea to be showing your tatas and giving your real name. Um, but she had a couple hundred fans, Gretchen, paying her a monthly fee and then making more money for requests. You know, you can like say, I'm gonna, show me this shot and then I'll give you this much
Are
money.
we in the wrong business?
I definitely think we're in the wrong business. And let me tell you why. I did a little bit more research on this
Okay.
OnlyFans. There is a girl on OnlyFans that makes $10,000 a month dressing up like a puppy for her furry fans. You know, these furries, people
Yeah,
are like,
I know the furries.
okay, she makes $10,000 a month dressing like a fucking dog.
Well, what does she do though? Does she have to put like a dildo in her mouth while she's dressed up as like
I
a
don't think
unicorn?
so. I think she has to like eat out of a dog bowl. I mean, I didn't really pay for her to watch her, but $10,000 a month? I don't know.
Honestly, I don't think I could keep a straight face. I mean, we joke.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it's I don't think I don't judge. I mean, get your OnlyFans on, but shoot, I just don't think I have the stomach for it.
To act like a dog or to take
Or the
pictures with your boobies
desirability. Both.
or put on lingerie. I mean, it's like a lot of
I
work.
don't even do that for my husband. It is a lot of work.
It's too much work.
Yeah.
So, Kat loved to be sexy, and she actually liked putting on the lingerie. And she also liked all the attention that she got from the OnlyFans groupies. And, it seemed like Jeff didn't mind either because he's the one that took the pictures of her for it.
Yeah.
So I've actually known guys that like when their women, like other men like their women or get off on like looking at them.
Mhm.
I know it sounds kind of odd to some, but there are men out there that like other men looking at their women.
Oh,
So
yeah. I've known him.
you've
I've
known, you've
I've
known,
known I've known of them.
and
One in particular I can think of.
who?
He was a boat captain.
Oh,
Um,
I think I dated one.
oh, yeah, you might have. This
No,
guy
I
liked to
did.
go to they went to clubs, you know, swapped.
Oh, those kind of clubs. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So there's tons of that, right? So
Mhm.
anyways, Jeff, so that night they come home. She gets all cutesy in her lingerie. Jeff
Mhm.
shoots some pictures of her and heads to bed. And Kat keeps drinking. And actually, her drinking was a bit of an annoyance for Jeff. Like maybe she liked the bottle a little too much, but who doesn't?
Well, how much can you drink of
Clear.
120 proof? 2 and
Well,
you're like blotto.
yeah, I don't think it's probably that. I don't know. Maybe absinthe. I think maybe absinthe isn't the drink of choice for anybody listening, just saying.
Okay.
So Jeff hits the hay, and around 5 o'clock in the morning, police are at his doorstep. A teenage neighbor was driving to work when she spotted Kat naked from the bra down, laying on the side of the street across from Jeff and her house. So this poor girl sees Kat, turns around to go get her mom, and they call 911. And sure enough, it's Kat, and she is dead from blunt force trauma to her head. Next to Kat's body is her cell phone and the bottle of absinthe kind of laying like right on top of it, on top of her cell phone.
Okay.
When the police get to Jeff's door, it's wide open, and Jeff has no idea that his wife is dead. But you know what he didn't do, Gretchy, when they told him?
What?
He didn't run outside to see her. He just like calmly looked at the officers and started to smoke a cigarette.
Oh.
So everybody's different. I don't I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he should have been doing, but
I would have to see it. If it was me, I would have to be like I would be like, what are you talking about?"
Mhm.
Like, running to go see.
Me too. So they are like, "What the F happened? Why is your wife laying there dead? And why is your door open? And where were you?" And so they needed answers. So they take Jeff to the police station, and Jeff spoke to them for hours. He waived all of his Miranda rights and he told the story that I just told you. Jeff answered all their questions, even ones about their marriage, and he says they're all good. He didn't have anything to do with this, but he also had no idea who could have. Turns out the autopsy that was performed said the death was undetermined. Um, they know that she had the trauma to her skull. Her blood alcohol level was over 3 times the legal driving limit, so she was pretty wasted.
Yeah.
Um, There were 2 puddles of blood, like maybe somebody had moved her, but nobody knows what hit her head, or who would wanna murder her. Or did she just fall, hit her head, stumble a little bit, and land on the other side of the road? The investigators were pretty convinced right away that Jeff was guilty, and it didn't look like anybody on her OnlyFans was the crazy stalker. So they did look into, like all the people that were messaging her on OnlyFans to see if anybody seemed like they could have been obsessed or, want to know who she was.
Yeah.
So they arrest Jeff for murder of his wife, Catherine West. And you know who was not convinced of Jeff's guilt?
Who?
Pretty much everybody.
Well, I'll tell you what, I feel like I don't like his reaction. This is just where I'm at this point.
Mhm.
But I feel like if he was gonna kill her, he would have done it inside the house. Like, the outside thing doesn't make any sense.
I kind of feel that way too. Um, if you kind of analyze people that do killings, um, somebody that leaves their victim in the place that they killed them is often not somebody that knows them. If you have somebody that goes and hides the body, that's usually somebody that knows them.
Agreed.
So, and I know that if you talk to anybody that does this for a living and researches this stuff, they would say the same thing. So it is real odd that she's outside and he's just inside and she's dead. Doesn't really make sense to me. So Kat's parents are like, no way did Jeff do this. They are convinced that he's
Okay.
not guilty.
Okay, they would know.
You would think.
Oh,
They
shit.
so these 2, they've been together since 2004. This is now 2018,
Oh,
and he was kind and caring, and he went along with her crazy, OnlyFans thing, and, I guess she even recently told Jeff that she wanted to explore getting involved with women, and he was really upfront with that to the police. Kat's mom has said that her daughter was an exhibitionist and liked attention, craved attention, and would often drink too much, run outside naked, and jump on trampolines, jump off electric boxes. So she was kind of like once she got a little wasted, she was a little frisky, like I said.
sounds like a good time.
She totally does. She even testified, her Kat's mom testified in Jeff's defense. But the prosecution just wasn't buying it. They said the evidence they had showed that Jeff murdered Kat. And the evidence that they presented is this: Jeff and Kat both had iPhones. And, on your iPhone, there's like a health app and it tracks your steps if you have your iPhone with you. Well, Jeff's health app on his iPhone had him moving 18 steps between 11:03 and 11:10 that night. And remember, he said he went to bed at 10:30. Kat's phone had activity that stopped at 10:54 at night. The family alarm system tracks open and closed doors, you know,
Mhm.
and it had the front door opening at 10:53 and shutting seconds later. So right around the time that Kat's phone stopped moving, the door opened and closed. The door opens again after 1 a.m. and never shuts. So that's why when the police arrived, the door's wide open. A neighbor had claimed that they saw a man pacing back and forth the morning before the police arrived in Jeff's house. Now, I don't know if I totally buy that because it's freaking dark outside.
Yeah.
So it would be hard to see like a person pacing. Plus, I've seen a lot of things in the dark that weren't actually things that I was thinking I was seeing. The bottle of absinthe was near Kat, and it had a tiny, tiny, tiny sliver of glass missing. However, they didn't find any glass in Kat's skull in her autopsy. The bottle in that bottle only had like a tiny, teeny, tiny, teensy bit of blood on it, but it was sitting right by where she was bleeding. The bottle also only had Jeff's fingerprints on it, which I think is a little odd, if Kat was carrying the bottle. And there was a partial thumbprint of Jeff's that was upside down, like it would be if you were holding a bottle to, like, hit it over somebody's head.
Oh.
But the defense was like, "What if it was upside down in the bag from the grocery
Well,
store?"
what if he was pouring her a drink?
If you're pouring it like this. If you're hitting somebody, you're hitting it like this. That's why it's, like, different.
Okay.
The way that unless you pour drinks
Stupid.
stupid. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I see your
I
point.
actually think maybe some bartenders pour drinks like that. I've seen that before, where they're, like, throwing it around. Um, the way the bottle was placed also looked a little staged with her cell phone laying down and then the bottle kinda right on it. The cell phone also had a little crack on it, but we don't know when this crack happened. And listen, I live with my phone cracked for 2 years.
Years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Let me ask you this one question.
yeah,
Did they have a history of domestic abuse?
they did not. Nothing.
Okay.
They also brought in text messages that they wanted to show they had a volatile relationship, and let me tell you what these text messages said. They were like this. For instance, she says, "You don't love me anymore. Just admit it." And Jeff responds, "I love you. I want you. And you're so sexy." And then Kat sends him a boob pic. Okay. There was another text message that says she didn't like the way his mother treated her over a holiday. Um, but dude, I'm like,
This sounds normal.
it sounds real normal. She sent a lot of ranting texts like,
Everything except the boob pic sounds normal.
well, for her,
Yeah, for her. Yeah, sure.
it's not. It's like what I saw with all these text messages is she sends rants being like, "You don't love me. You think somebody else is hot. Do you think
She's
I'm
yeah.
sexy?"
No, I
And
get it. She's that girl. She's needy.
she's super needy. And then he's
Listen, she'd have
always
been real
sending
pissed off if she was married to my husband.
oh, I know, right? No, because he is like perfect. He sends her back shit like this. "Baby, you're so sexy. I love you. I want you. You're the only one I want." I mean, dude, like, could you imagine like your husband keeps sending you that shit? He would be like,
I'd probably throw up, to be honest. Like I am totally part of the problem.
but listen, Jeff, I think, understood that she needed that affirmation and she needed that, like, he wants to see her sexy body,
Yeah.
and he did it. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Dude,
Yeah, that's nice.
this is nice." Yeah. Um, but they were like, "This is volatile." I don't think it's volatile. I think, fuck, if anything, it shows, like, him he probably knows, like, he's like, "I don't wanna send another one of these stupid text messages," but he does it anyways.
Yeah.
The prosecutor's story basically was these two got tipsy at dinner, came home, took a bunch of pics, and at some point, Jeff decided he had enough with his wife's frisky and flirtatious behavior on OnlyFans, got jealous, overwhelmed, threw her cell phone out the door at 10:34, breaking the screen. Then at some point, he hits her over the head with the absinthe bottle outside, moves her a little bit, and then stages the phone and bottle near her. Well, before the jury was even able to hear this story, the prosecution says, "You know what? Jeff, you've been sitting in the clink for 2 years waiting for your trial, and we're not really sure. They didn't really say this, but this is what I know that they're saying.
Yeah.
We don't really know if we have enough evidence to really get you a conviction, so we're going to offer you an Alfred plea. And if you accept, you can walk out of here right now and only get 2 years probation. So, you know what an Alfred plea is?
No.
So it's an Alfred plea is basically you're saying that they have enough evidence to find you guilty. And so it's like this gray area where you're like, I'm guilty and I'll take your parole for 2 years and I'll walk on my way. But it's not saying that you're innocent. So
Well,
Jeff,
yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, it is a stretch. I mean, how hard was this bottle? I mean, to kill somebody in like one it's a stretch.
it's a stretch. So Jeff says, go shove your Alfred plea somewhere the sun don't shine. I didn't
Shit.
kill my
Okay.
wife.
That's some balls.
Yes, it's balls. I didn't kill my wife. I'm not taking your plea. Well, let me tell you, Jeff, you should have taken the plea
Shit.
because jurors be stupid, dude.
Oh my
The
god.
fuck?
That
Like,
that is what just the fact that he didn't take the plea is what just convinced me that he was like I was leaning towards innocent, but that is what convinced me he's innocent. Because if you were guilty, you would be like, "Oh,
oh,
sweet.
fuck. Take the plea
I'm
in like a
taking it.
second.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
already done 2 years. What's 2 more and then I get on with my merry way?"
I know.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
then the prosecution asked the judge if they could drop Jeff's charges from murder to manslaughter. So I mean, dude, it's like these people do not have enough to convict this guy.
Mm-mm.
And so the judge agreed that they would put manslaughter on there for the jury. And guess what? They found Jeff West guilty of manslaughter, which he was stunned. I'm stunned. I'm like, how really?
Doesn't seem like a lot. Yeah.
There's not enough. There's just not.
Mm-mm.
You did not convince me by a reasonable doubt that this guy killed his wife. I just can't. So everybody's stunned. And the saddest part about this whole thing is that Lola, his daughter, thought that day that her dad was gonna pick her up from school, and
Oh.
when the grandparents got there to pick her up, she thought he would be hiding in the back seat to surprise her, but he wasn't. He was sentenced to 16 years in prison, and this is, in February of this year. So he is sitting in prison for the next 16 years, while Lola, lost her mom, and now her dad's in prison, and she's being raised by her grandparents. I found Kat's parents online, and they look like they're doing the best that they can. They have some pictures of Lola on there. It's like a super sad, tragic story of this disco biscuit that was lost, but I mean, I'm like, dude, this girl would have been so much fun to take to a piano bar. I swear to you. Like I was reading this, I was like looking at this whole story. I'm like, she's like very fun. So may she rest in peace.
Is he appealing?
He's going to for sure. For sure, for sure. He's gonna appeal. Why wouldn't he? He has it's just
I feel like she fell.
I think she fell too. So I think what happened was I think she fell. She hit her head real hard.
I
I
think
think
they were
she
fighting
Oh, you
that
do?
night. Yeah, I
I
think
don't
they
think
were
they were
like,
fighting. I think that she went to bed. I think he was like, maybe he's like, dude, you got fucking too drunk. I'm out of here.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
she went outside to go get some fresh air and run around naked. She was naked though. She was naked from the top down. I don't know.
I think absent makes you do crazy things.
She
And
had
she was already a little crazy.
yeah, she had they did have sex or she had it is confirmed that she had sex that night. But
Oh,
they don't I guess there wasn't enough semen or there wasn't semen in there, but it seems to me like they had sex.
okay. So maybe they
And
weren't fighting. Maybe he was just annoyed. He was like, "I'm just going to bed."
Well, I think so because I think he got annoyed with her drinking.
Yeah.
Not to say he's not drinking too, though.
I
So,
know, but there's a difference when you're, like, drinking and someone gets, like,
wastoid,
sloppy.
sloppy. Yeah.
Yeah, then you're like, "I don't wanna hang out with you. I'm going to bed."
Yes. I mean, we've
Yeah.
been there. So
Mhm.
that, I think that's I just have a feeling she hit her head and then kind of walked because there was 2 kind of spots of blood. I think she stumbled a little bit, like, she tried to get up, stumbled a little bit, and then died.
Very sad.
I know, it's tragic. It's just like it's one of those things, I had a friend who the wife fell off of a golf cart and hit her head and died.
Yeah.
It's just it's weird. It
Yeah.
sometimes shit
Crazy
happens
shit
that's just
happens, yeah.
weird. Yeah. Yeah, so take the Alfred plea. That's what I'm saying. If anybody has a
Finds yourself in a pickle?
opportunity, yeah. He wasn't even gonna be in jail at all anymore.
Oh my god. Do we have a minute to talk about Scott Peterson since we're talking about people that are wrongly
Oh my
convicted?
god, okay, so I thought this was kind of interesting because I was doing this case. I think this guy's wrongly convicted, and then this whole Scott Peterson thing came up, and,
Okay, so
um
Scott Peterson recently, there was like another thing. It was on 2020. His sister in law, that has been fighting for his case, released some taped phone calls between her and him.
him, yeah,
I was really, somebody posted it on the group. Whoever did, thank you very much. I was very excited about it.
yeah.
And thank you for bringing it to my attention. Unfortunately, it did not deliver. It was like no new news. It was no, I didn't hear him say anything that sounded, it wasn't even that many. They just kind of re-went over the case.
They just re-went over the case. They put, like, 3 phone calls for what, like, not even 5 seconds each.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal, but I do think he's innocent. Sorry.
So Gretchen's point to you thinking he's innocent is that what they did say is that there are people that saw her at the park that the police did not interview.
If any of those people saw her, then Scott didn't kill her. Scott was gone. Scott also, I don't think, killed her and then went back to his house and searched sunflower umbrellas. That was Lacey. Scott was already gone. Lacey was searching sunflower umbrellas.
Yeah. So,
And there's no evidence. There's no
no,
blood,
there's no
no
physical
anything.
evidence.
There's no
There's It's
physical
all
evidence that ties him.
circumstantial. They made some they did make some bad choices in saying that Scott went to the Berkeley Marina, so that's where they found her. Because who knows when she was dumped there. It wasn't like somebody could have framed him for sure. The Lacey walking the dog, what they said was, "Oh, we found another pregnant lady walking her dog, and that fit the same description." But it's like, but the dog
But
was found with the
yeah,
leash on.
those people are sure of who they saw. I mean, if you watch the other, like the A&E special,
Yeah,
those people are like, "We're sure, and we told the police and they didn't come back and talk
I
to
know.
us." So, yeah, I think that they built their case around Scott. They shouldn't have released the thing that he was in the Berkeley Marina. And what happened, the other big thing that is like, "Oh, he didn't do it," is that the house across the street was robbed, and the police are saying that it happened on like they're saying it happened on Christmas Day or the day after Christmas. And it's impossible. It could not have happened then because the house directly across the street was Lacey and Scott's, and it was swarming with reporters. There was no, and news fans. There is no way that house could have been robbed then. What happened was Lacey, and everybody says this that knows her, she was feisty. She saw this house getting robbed. She got back from, walking the dog. She saw, and it's like, "What are you doing taking that TV?" And ended up getting herself killed.
I think that's a very likely possibility.
And it's terrible. It's horrible. And it's also horrible that she was married to a total fucking asshole. Like,
The only thing is that I just can't wrap my head around is that he told Amber Fry, I lost my wife. Like, you either are psychic
yeah.
or you killed her.
But I think he's just a sociopath. I would like to hear from more people that said, and that is where I think Mark Garagos really blew the case. Like, Mark Garagos actually did a terrible job.
He did not do a great job.
I think he should have defended it, saying, like, we are not disputing Scott is an asshole. And I have all of these witnesses from Scott's past that are going to tell you, like, other women, you brought up this point, there should have
Yeah.
been other women that Scott had more affairs.
Yeah. So in this 2020, the sister-in-law says Scott went on business trips. Scott had affairs, but we never heard about other affairs. If it
We need to
wasn't
hear
just
more. Yeah.
because he knew Amber Fry for what, 16 days? It was nothing, right?
Yeah.
But so the whole theory is that he wants to leave his whole entire life for this one girl that he just met. But if he was having multiple affairs, if he had more Amber Fries out there where it's just like this guy is just such a douche, he's cheating on Lacey all the time,
Yeah.
then we're not going to believe that he is going to leave his whole entire
Yeah.
existence for one person. But
Yeah.
it did make it seem like, him and Amber had a picture at this birth or the Christmas party together. And so it made it seem like they were in love, but 16 days of love is not
No, I think his defense should have
anything.
been a bunch of people who were like, oh, he's a total liar
Yeah,
and a jerk. Like, this is not anything. This isn't unusual behavior. This is how he rolls all the time.
right. Yes.
But every time I say something about Scott Peterson, you people write me and tell me that I'm wrong. So it's okay. You can keep telling me.
There are just a couple of things where I'm like, so that,
I know, but I just follow the evidence. I hope he gets a retrial. I at least want him to get a retrial.
yeah, I think a retrial would,
And then we can
yeah.
put it to bed. And I feel so sorry for his family. I mean, his poor mother died. I mean, they've been through
Oh,
hell.
no.
I mean, they're like driving their ass up to San Quentin. Oh my God. All the time.
All the time. Yeah.
I bet there's no good restaurants. It doesn't sound fun.
It's not fun up there.
Just saying.
I mean,
Okay.
California in general is not fun right now at all.
Oh my God. Oh, I bet they haven't been able to see him at all.
Oh, yeah, they probably haven't actually.
Actually, that's probably a relief.
But it's a
They're
death
probably doing
penalty.
it
He's
out of
on the death penalty,
obligation.
or he was on death row. Are you allowed to see death row inmates, or are they like not allowed to get visitors?
No, you're allowed to see death row inmates.
They just put to death somebody here in Texas
They did.
yesterday, I think. Yeah.
Shoot.
There was no media coverage, I guess, and that's something that usually there is, but they said there was a glitch in the system. I don't know.
How did they do death in Texas?
Electric chair.
Still with the
No,
electric
just kidding.
chair.
No. I think that's like real inhumane. No, lethal injection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. I don't. So this particular guy looked it up. He killed his aunt, his like elderly aunt, which is really awful for drug money. He was a drug addict
Yeah.
and he was young when he did it. And so I have a hard time with those kind of death penalty cases. Like, I don't like children,
I know what
fine.
you mean.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Children,
Like,
fine. If they're like some kind of like serial rapist or pedophile, I feel like
fine.
there's no chance that they're going to get rehabbed or
Yes.
anything. Fine.
But this guy was a drug addict, which I have no place in my like whole existence that I think being a drug addict is, acceptable,
But it
or
happens. Yeah, it happens. He could contribute to.
society. If you get off of drugs and you are a different person, maybe living in the clink for your life is fine. Like,
Yeah,
I just
he
don't.
could listen, he could be one of those, like, clergy and the clink
That's
people,
right.
or he could educate himself and be one of those inmates that trains dogs
Yeah,
that
so
help
that's
children
so
that need
this
it.
is this
I think
that's
that is
where
yeah, yeah,
that's where I
I'm
have a
with you.
hard time with the death penalty for something like that, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
But
I would agree with that.
yeah,
Ooh, you know what else is hot this week is that fucking Danny Masterson case. I am following that shit.
I know you are.
Oh my god. Okay, so if you want to be psycho like me, you go on the Tony Ortega Underground Bunker blog, and he is typing from the courtroom, telling you everything the people are
Oh,
saying. It's amazing. And he's telling you like what family members are there, like with Danny, who he's with. And Danny, that mofo, had the nerve. He posts a picture on his Instagram with him and his wife,
at the
Mhm.
courthouse? No.
a selfie of them in the car. And he
Shut the
says,
front door.
and it said, I have the prettiest Uber driver in the world dropping me off at school.
At school?
Mhm.
Well, I hope he gets schooled.
Oh, he's getting schooled. Listen, from what I'm watching, first of all, he has a lady boss judge. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And he has famed attorney Massaro.
Okay.
This lady boss is not taking shit.
Good.
Massaro keeps trying to throw out all the Scientology business,
Mhm.
saying like that had, like saying like, oh, they just you so you didn't come forward. And this judge, what is awesome is allowing the fact that they are putting it into context that if they would have pushed it at the time, they would have been declared suppressive people and lost their family and everything. And that is so important to all of it because that's why they took the steps that they did at the time. If you understand, but if you leave the Scientology part out of it, then, they don't have as strong of a case.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I think this is just the preliminary hearing. So we don't even know if he's like officially going to be charged.
Okay. Well, we'll
Yeah.
see.
So I think he's going down, and I'm gonna have a party when he does, cause I hate him.
Okay, so you guys, Gretchen did a bonus case. If you are not on our Patreon, it was really good last week. It was about
Brenda,
this
Brenda,
lady named
Brenda.
Brenda who is on the death row in Oklahoma. And it's a great case. So if you want to check it out, go to patreon.com/housewives of true crime. And there's a lot of bonus content on there. If you like to just hear us shoot the shit, we do that. If you want to hear an
I
extra
also did a
case,
whole case about Danny Masterson on the bonus crime. If you want to
yes,
hear more
you
about my
did.
opinion,
You did. Thank you. Always like to hear your opinion. And we're on we're on the group on Facebook. We have a Housewives of True Crime group. We also have a Housewives of True Crime just general page. We also have a keto diet page. We also have Instagram, and if you want to give us a shout out, we'll give you a shout out, and that really helps us. So thank you, Mandy J. She always is very nice about giving us a little shout. And Taryn, thank you so much. I was just looking through my pictures. I had posted this picture. I was a little tipsy in San Antonio of the vending machine. Did you see that at the piano bar?
oh, it had like cigarettes or something.
All cigarettes. Is that the craziest shit? I was like,
That's funny.
it's they even accept credit cards.
People smoke a lot in Texas.
Well, there is one town near me, um, that I think you can still I think you could still smoke inside the town, inside the restaurant.
You know,
But
The
no,
crazy
I don't
thing
see a
is
lot of
around
people
here,
smoking.
I don't see anyone smoking here except children.
Oh, no way.
I see
Like,
teenagers smoke.
teenagers?
Mhm.
Like, are they smoking the vape pen? Or are they
They're smoking straight up cigarettes.
cigarettes?
Mhm. Yeah,
That
yeah.
just
It's
seems
like making a
so
comeback.
idiotic.
Totally gross.
Totally gross. I feel like if you smoke cigarettes, you're probably addicted at this point, and you wish in your mind that you didn't smoke cigarettes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody else should not be smoking.
Everything
Nobody take that up
yeah.
on. Our editor Damian, he smoked cigarettes and he stopped. I think he's on like a year.
Oh,
Done. Yeah. So
job.
congrats to him. I know.
Tell me on, do we need to mail you some Nicorette or
No, I think he's
some of the
good. He doesn't
gum or the
even know.
patches? We'll
I
hook you
need to
up.
get him. I still need to send his birthday gift.
You didn't do that.
No, I'm bad. I have your birthday gift too, still sitting on my counter. I'm really bad about shit like that. You know me. Still working on everything I need to work on. I'm a 99%er. What can I say? I get 99% there.
I don't care about my birthday gift. It was his birthday like a while ago.
Yes, I know. I know. I'm really bad. Bad. Sorry.
He's so good. He always wishes me happy birthday.
I
Happy
know.
Mother's Day. He's really
the
nice
best.
to us.
I
Yeah, he's the
know.
best.
All right. Anywho.
Anywho,
Clink, clink, guys.
clink clink.